Hello everybody and welcome to E40 Season 3, Britain Turn 1. My purchases, or I guess it's the Commonwealth, not Britain, sorry about that. My purchases this round will be for 16 IPCs UK Pacific. They have 17. They will spend 16 on 3 infantry and a tank and save 1. Anzac starts with 10. They will spend 9 on 3 infantry and save 1. UK Pacific will save 2. And UK Europe will buy 4 infantry, a tank, and a fighter, and have no IPCs remaining. My combat moves for this round will be... I'm going to move everything in Alexandria into Tobruk, as well as the mech from Egypt. Then I'm going to send this... I'm also going to put this tactical bomber, this fighter, and I'm going to load these 2 units on transports. This cruiser and this fighter will engage in the units in C-Zone 96. The cruiser came from 91, the fighter came from Gibraltar, and the transport will carry these 2 units and have them land in Tobruk. I am moving all of the C units in C-Zone 98 to C-Zone 97, as well as the 2 fighters in Britain will move down to C-Zone 97, and the bomber. The bomber can land on Malta, the fighters will land on the carrier. Let's see. I'm going to load this artillery onto this transport. Move all these ships into C-Zone 79. Load this infantry onto the transport. And then with its remaining 2 movement, I'm going to pull it up to Iraq. Or remaining 1 movement. Iraq. As well as these 2, the fighter and the tactical from India. Okay, a small revision to that. I'm going to actually take this destroyer and move it into C-Zone 37, as well as the fighter from Burma. And that will be all of my combat moves. So I will move them to the board, and I'll see you in a second. So here is the battle for C-Zone 96 for Italy deciding not to scramble their airplanes. So the attackers have 1 out of 2, 3 out of 3, and 1 out of 4. The attackers score... Why did I roll it? Okay, ignore that. I don't know why that's in there. The attackers score 3 hits, wiping out the defenders. But the defenders retaliate with a 3 and a 4, with no hits. And that will conclude the battle for C-Zone 97. Here is the combat for Iraq. The attacker rolling 3 hits. Okay. Now the defender will roll 1 hit. So I will take this infantry off as a casualty. And Britain has conquered Iraq with an artillery, a fighter, and a tactical bomber remaining. Here is the battle for C-Zone 96. The attackers are going to roll 1 hit. The defender, no hits. The battle for season 97 is won for Britain with no casualties. Here is the Battle of Tobruk. The attacker has 2 out of 1, 4 out of 2, 2 out of 3, and 1 out of 4. So let me grab my dice. That will be 4 hits. None of the 2s or 1s hit, but all of the 3s and 4s hit. So that is 4 hits total. The defender has 1 4, 1 3, and 5 out of 2. If I can grab the dice. Okay. The defender scores 4 hits as well. So I will take off my infantry. This guy's not supposed to be there. And my 1 mech. And I'm assuming he will remove his infantry and his 1 mech. So I now have 2 out of 2, 2 out of 3, and 1 out of 4. I apologize. I rolled 1 extra 3 last time. I will add on this one back. I apologize for the mistake. Okay. Re-rolling my dice. With 1 hit. With the retaliation. 2 hits. You take off his mech, and I will take off my artillery. Okay, getting pretty close here. A little too close for comfort. I will attack with my 2 3s and a 4. 2 hits. Now his 2 3 and a 4. 1 hit. I will take off my fighter. Okay. 1 out of 3, 1 out of 4. Okay. We have gotten the last hit. His 1 out of 4 is a miss. Britain wins the Battle of Tobruk with a tank and a tactical bomber remaining. This is going to be the Battle of Zone 37. A quick dice guide. Pinks are 1s, greens are 2s, reds are 3s, and blacks are 4. So the attacker will roll a 2 and a 3. 2 misses, and the defender will roll a 3. That's a hit. I will press the attack, miss on attack, and miss on defense. Pressing the attack. Attacker hits. Defender hits. So there are no survivors of Zone 37. Okay, so starting for my non-combats, Anzac is going to move 1 infantry from Queensland to the Northern Territory. 1 infantry from... 2 infantry. Sorry, or no, actually, no. I like that. This transport's going to come over here, grab this infantry, and come back to Newfoundland. These 2 fighters are going to move up to Queensland. This AA is going to move up to Queensland. And the 2 infantry that were in New South Wales will move into Queensland. Over here, there aren't really going to be any combat moves for non-combats for UK Pacific. This infantry in South Africa will move up to Rhodesia, and this destroyer will move 1, 2, 3, and link. Actually, no, 3 into no. Okay, into 80. Pick these two back up. That's good. That's good. Yeah. These aircraft are going to move to Transjordan. Up here in C Zone 11 or 111, these 3 ships are going to go 1, 2, 3 and move into C Zone 117. This transport is going to take these 2 and go 1, 2, 3 down to C Zone 88, land them off in British New Guinea. These infantry and artillery from Ontario will go into Quebec. There will be no combat moves on the, or actually yes. This mech will move from Scotland to Ireland, convert it to the Allies. Here we are in the place units phase, or place units and collect income. The Anzac, oh, Jesus, will place 3 infantry in New South Wales. Their income is 10, plus 1 that they kept in the bank, and 5 for being at war and holding Malaya. The UK Pacific will place its 3 infantry and a tank into India, and it will collect 14 IPCs plus the 2, and have a total of 16. If you're wondering what this is, I wasn't sure if we had neutral ships or not, so this is just a painted ship from another game of Axis and Allies. I put it here. Somebody tell me if this is wrong. If it is, I'll take it away. Okay. And Britain will place its tank in the Union of South Africa, and its 4 infantry and a fighter will be going into Britain. If I can place it. Oh my god. I apologize for some inaccuracies. My cat came in here and knocked a couple pieces over. I will have that fixed in a second. I'm in a rush tonight, sorry. And their fighter will also go into the United Kingdom. They will collect 30 general IPCs, because they started at 28 and captured Iraq. The only place worth points that they captured on this round. Oh, I almost forgot. The convoy raid in 109. His submarine will roll 2 dice. And I believe with the rules, that is 1 hit. So that'll be 1 IPC away from Britain. So Britain is collecting 29 instead of 30. Dang it. However, they have 10 IPCs worth of national objectives, because currently UK Europe owns all of its original territories and America is not at war. So they will end their turn with 39. Quick recap of all the areas that were changed. New Zealand and sz3 have nothing in them except an air and naval base. sz62 has a transport, a cruiser, and a destroyer. Victoria has nothing. New South Wales has 4 infantry, a naval base, and a minor industrial complex. Queensland has 3 fighters and artillery, 3 infantry, 2 anti-aircraft guns, a naval base, and an air base. Northwestern Territory has an infantry. South Australia has nothing. Western Australia has nothing. All of the islands that are Australian Anzac have nothing. Borneo is empty. British Malaya has an Anzac infantry and 3 British infantry. Burma has 2 infantry. India has 9 infantry, a tank, 3 AA, a major industrial complex, naval base, and an air base. Ceylon has nothing on it. West India has nothing on it. Sea Zone 80 has a transport, a cruiser, and a destroyer. Iraq has an artillery. British Somaliland is empty. Kenya, Tanganyika, Belgian Congo, Nigeria, Gold Coast, and Southwest Africa have nothing. Union of South Africa has a tank, a naval base, and a minor industrial complex. Rhodesia has 2 infantry. Anglo-Egypt Sudan has 1 infantry. Egypt has 2 Anzac infantry. Transjordan has a fighter and a tactical bomber. Alexandria has nothing. Tobruk has 1 tank. Gibraltar has nothing. Sea Zone 88 has a transport, an infantry, and a tank. Let's get up here. Sea Zone 117 has a destroyer, a cruiser, and a battleship. Quebec has a minor industrial complex, infantry, artillery. Nova Scotia has naval base. Scotland has 2 infantry and a fighter and an air base. Where did this air base? Okay, we're taking you off. Oh, Iceland. Iceland has an air base. Ireland has a mech. Oh, also, Scotland has a fighter. UK has 4 AA, 4 infantry, the fighter, another 2 infantry, 2 French infantry, a French fighter. Sea Zone 96 has a fighter, a cruiser, this fighter's gonna land in Malta. Cruiser and a transport. Malta has an AA gun, an infantry, and a fighter. And then Sea Zone 97 will either have a cruiser, a destroyer, an aircraft carrier, and 2 fighters on it. Also, Malta will have a bomber here no matter whether Italy scrambles or not. I have to leave my house soon because I'm going to my dad's for the weekend. I'm sorry that this is an inaccuracy. I will make sure it is accurate on everyone's boards. I have both turns recorded. They're just not here right now. So yes, either everything British will have survived if there was no scramble, and if there was a scramble, then there will be a destroyer and a cruiser there with the bomber landing in Malta. Alright, I apologize for the inaccuracies and the rush. It's just, I gotta go to my dad's, and he's ringing the doorbell right now. So, everybody have a nice day or night. I will see you in the WhatsApp chat or next round.